people see the book. Live on YouTube first. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I see y'all. All right. You know what these are? Let me position that, man. Let me tell y'all why this is about to be one of my last lives. Can't do this shit on Instagram no more. Boom. Look, I gotta keep it a buck with y'all, man. I got to keep it a buck with y'all. Text. Boom. All right, so I got some good news too, y'all. I just got my book in. You know what I'm talking about? First time ever. You understand me? First time ever. We got the book in. We locked in. But listen, man, bigger and better things. This Instagram shit, man, it's small time. It's for the birds. You feel me? At the end of the day, that's really what this is about. You feel me? We don't control none of this shit. They take us on and off whenever we want to. And number one, I know when I go live shit, y'all be screen recording that shit and throwing it up on Instagram anyway. I mean, on YouTube anyway. So everything gonna be moved over to that channel. I gotta monetize everything. I gotta own everything. You feel me? And we gonna change. We just did a drop for high level conversations. I appreciate everybody that's been locking in. You know, this series that I've done when it comes to these lives, y'all can go back and check out some of the old work. But at the end of the day, let me be honest with y'all, is that people ain't learning fast enough, you know, and not really appreciating what's in front of them. It's so many people, man, you got to understand, right? Hold on, let me send out this text, so because I ain't saving this either. But it's so many people. It's so many people that, you know, we so appreciative and overly encouraged by, you know, low level shit that we can't appreciate nothing high level at the end of the day. You understand me? And for me, that if I'm gonna do this work, number one, it takes a whole lot of work to do this. It takes a whole lot of work to do this because people ain't gonna appreciate you, the time, the energy, the conceptualization that goes into it, the back end of it, the cost that goes into it. You understand me? That's a lot of production. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of business. You feel me? A whole lot. And to really just come on here and to just spill all of this game, this knowledge, this information, and disseminate it to the masses, it seemed like it's cool, right? Because there are a lot of people whose lives change because of these lives at the end of the day. But we gotta take the wheels off of this shit. You understand me? We gotta take this shit to a higher level because I was watching that show Billions, and a girl on the show was telling him about her plans that she wanted to create some social impact, and she had to scrap her plans because they end up basically they had to scrap the play so that they can make profit. You understand me? And but he was telling her, he was like, listen, you had to scrap the play. If it was my play, I wouldn't have to because I got billions, right? You're a little rich, and I'm actually wealthy, meaning that whatever he wanted to do, you need to have those resources behind your mind to be able to fund it. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we got to take it to higher heights and higher levels. You feel me? This Instagram thing is instant gratification. Seem cool, take pictures. We come up with it, and I be hold on. The sister said something, but on EYL is better? Question mark. If it's about spending your funds, that's cool. But I like to take your advice. There's a lot of people learning from. No, I'm gonna continue to get a game, but we're gonna package it in a way to where it's mutually beneficial. Because at the end of the day, the person who benefits the most from this is Meta. You understand me? Facebook. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a game. Listen, I've been building up this platform for years now. For years. Right? And I'll be damned if I let the ignorant outwork me and get a greater level of success. Like, I can come on here and talk about some nigga shit, some bullshit, some entertainment, some hip hop shit. I have some women in the background popping, twerking. We be on some real nigga shit, and we going up in numbers. And we can create a whole nother brand, and we'd be getting millions on millions and millions. And then them niggas get more influence, power, right? And what that's doing is it's making my job harder every day. So here I am trying to get people some high level conversations, get people to tap into some knowledge, really putting them on some next level Messiah lineage. But everybody really saying, Keys, man, you too high level. Y'all going a little too hard. Y'all, niggas in the hood ain't ready for that shit. Then women ain't really trying to listen to that. They trying to get some money off some niggas, right? Niggas ain't really listening to it. They log off IG, go back to the regular rhythm that they used to. They ain't really trying to tap into it. So it's like, I'm not about to keep getting on here sharing the screen so motherfuckers could goddamn share a clip or something and say, man, I like how 19 Keys be spitting that, and then never put empowerment or resources behind it. No, we moving towards actually getting funds and resources and leveraging this world the way everybody be doing it. You feel me? Every day I see a nigga on here, man, these niggas ain't about that, and the third. And so success brings enemies and it brings friends. You feel me? And at the end of the day, being able to create your own heaven is money, good homes, friends, of all walks of life. So most people don't even know how to start a business yet. They ain't got their mind right to be able to focus 1 hour on a task to be able to get something done incredibly. Don't understand the power of visualization and vision. You understand me? And discipline. Still, we still got to take the training wheels off and teach the basic necessities when it comes to getting your mind correct. So it's no way, we're going to continue to instill high level information in people and then they not paying attention to it and we not seeing the effects that we're supposed to be having on the culture. It's an uphill battle that's going on right now. I understand when I see this corporate game, it's like once you start taking corporate money, you can't speak the same way because then you got to build your brand in a way to where that shit is pacified and you can work within these networks and you can get money. You feel me? And then the money allow you to have some power because now you can put resources. Because what we say on high level conversations, Keenan broke it down, man. He said you got to be able to finance the revolution. Can't go to war without money. You can't do it that way, right? We've been trying to teach people this wealth and shit. The OGs, they be looking at it as competition. They don't fuck with it. The so-called OGs anyway, and that just means more so the older gentlemen. It's because they ain't no original gangsters. It's just the older gentlemen. They don't open the doors to access the ways, none of that. Everybody slowly drag their feet, and I be on some, let's march time, march. Let's get to the gates fast. You understand me? Y'all don't hear the rumblings of war coming at us. Shit dangerous outside, and everybody want to play weak, and nobody gets to speak truth. And then when you do speak truth, niggas don't want to stand next to you because what ended up happening is they like, oh man, Key said this, that, and the third. Why you standing next to them? So now they feel funny away by just being able to lock in with gods. You feel me? Because I'm gonna always be a black God. I don't care who watching, what they watching, who trying to be a part of something. We on black God time. I don't care if you white, brown, yellow, Asian, corporate, wherever the fuck you at. That's what type of time we on. You understand me? And that's what I'm always gonna do forever because I can't feel comfortable unless that's what we doing. This world shit go deep when you understand what really goes to true liberation. We can take this shit step by step if we want to, but at the end of the day, if we don't have a violent uprise in the way that we go about our trajectory of getting power and rulership and control over our minds, body, energy, soul, spirit, then goddamn it, we go lose. You understand me? That is what it is. We gonna lose. Like a nigga could talk about hunting black men and he gonna get more attention his way than somebody talking about building up a black nation. So I understand that uphill battle that our minds is more tuned to nigga shit than it is black God business. I say black God, I'm up. Oh man, we more Israeli, this, that, and the third. Same nigga was calling himself a nigga, listening to people call himself a nigga in the rhythm and vibration and the frequency, rhythmatically, hypnotically, goddamn vibing to that. But everybody got a problem when we start to recognize our place in the world as original beings. You feel me? It's like I love the Breakfast Club interview, but at the end of the day, I ain't really get to go to where that I wanted to because I'm in connection. You feel me? But you let me go there by myself and let me flip the world over. So at the end of the day, I want to have a platform to be able to give myself that voice to the world because I hate the fact that people get to control what happens. I hate the fact that people get to control the gates, who gets in, who don't get in, who get money, who don't get money. So creating systems right now that create jobs, that allow people to create more businesses, get more money, then it allows us to get into that spiritual side where we all tapped in together and we going on that pathway of tapping into that super cycle of, universal intelligence. You feel me? Where everybody is evolving into that next phase as psychic beings and shit. We over here floating. We ain't worried about money no more because we got that taken care of. I'm talking to my brother Shaka Bars. People don't like him, but you got to be able to build with number one, people who got more knowledge in certain areas that you don't have, because everybody do something better than you. Especially when they expertise and they fit. I'm talking to Tariq Nasheed. Get knowledge to that brother. People don't like him because he be calling out the butter biscuits in our particular society. You know what I mean? Or what we call culture. But shit, these just black men. Right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm locking in with whoever that's trying to build. It is what it is. I don't care who like it, who don't like it. Like, we got an evolution that we ultimately trying to get to. That's what I know. Ultimately, we trying to evolve. Ultimately, we trying to get to a highest level of decadence. Ultimately, we want to be able to form a superpower society to where we all locked in, we all engaged, nobody can get in between us. We believe in the same things. We rock under the same flag. You understand me? We create our own nation and our own new spiritual energy here on this planet Earth. And we move based on who we know we are, them indigo children. You understand me? Taking it to a whole new height of the hereafter where ain't nobody minds control who we are and what we do. And we get to decide what is right or wrong in society based on what our sexuality is, our spirituality is, or our masculine and feminine energy, or what we can do with our platforms, money, and media. Like, if that ain't the conversation, then everything else is low level. The reason I put out the difference between what's low level and high level is simple, because if you listen to something that you consider, damn, that was a high level conversation, then you got to ask yourself, damn, and that means that probably everything else that I've been tuned into my frequency is low level. Just think about that for a second. If one thing that you can decide to say, man, this shit was high level, then that means everything else was low level. Picture you watch, goddamn conversation you in, communication, music, goddamn media, podcast, platform, shit be having us locked in. They don't be talking about nothing. Think about that. You think that's how we get to this point where we bridge the gap? So you want to talk about some white folks being mad about the choices that they want to have in their school curriculum. But shit, the choices that you make at a low level on a daily basis, all the time you can spend putting yourself in a better position. We spend goddamn giving accreditation, attention, money, time, and energy to the most low level niggas in our environment. And niggas don't just go for the color of melanated people that act ignorant. I go for all colors of people, because nigga is not something that's goddamn exclusive to black people. Hell no. Nigga is a characteristic trait. that people embody at the end of the day. So, man, you spend 100 hours learning some shit so we can put somebody on some crypto game, and y'all telling me about somebody else nefarious plans. We trying to put you on. Listen, white boys, the ape project got everybody rocking apes. My bro, Master Investor was like, man, this shit racist. So really got some racist undertones. Niggas is buying apes, board, blah, blah, blah. And it's like these white boys executed at a high level, though. Goddamn, $1 billion trading value and worth $1 billion. Goddamn, raising a $450 million fund, airdropping shit on the culture, like they giving reparations to the people. It's like, come on, man. Whether you like it or not, I respect execution at the end of the day. I'm calling up the culture, like, let's get on this. Let's make this happen. You understand me? Let's get to a higher point. Everybody connect together, create a conglomerate. Let's monopolize on this industry. It's a new technological sector. We can go complain about what happened, or we can create a whole new nuisance on the scene and be disruptive. Let's compile this together, our resources, and make a move. I don't know. I like to do it my way. Did that in the third. Then when white boys do it, everybody mad. It was like, shit, I almost went on attack on him. I had to step back. Like, you know what? I can't even be mad. I got to respect it. Gary Vee got down selling conference tickets for $8,000 to $10,000. Some of them up to astronomical terms, making hundreds of millions of dollars. The culture got down, open arm invite. We know that there's a certain percentage of white boys that come over to the culture that's just vultures. At the end of the day, I got to respect the execution. We ain't got enough. We got the same time in the day. We know that we got privilege stacked against us, but at the end of the day, if we form, we got everything we need, and y'all know that that's always been mine. Look, you know, this is just time for me to just be real about everything, right? So it's like y'all see me form organizations with brothers and brotherhood, you know, communication and connection with people, right? That's what we do. EYL already have my platform. When I come to them, we do a partnership, we do a split. Goddamn, we set up the podcast. Let's blast it out, right? Boom. Why? Because at the end of the day, people be afraid to put powerful people on platforms because they be afraid of their profits being touched. But when I find some solid brothers, we ain't just business partners like them as friends of mine, because I respect what they doing as brothers and as a team. You understand me? Putting the culture on to a higher level of thinking, getting the culture to pull out from their bag of intelligence when they used to only being able to siphon from their bag of ignorance and make that profitable experience. So now, you know, in the back end, leading the leaders. I see Kyrie Irving. Me and Kyrie, we met up in Jersey when he was at the height of the situation. He tell the people that one of his mentors, 19 Keys, he had to say, he told me, he said, look, man, that was tough for me to do because you already know blase on how the people be reacting to things. And I respect the brother so much because, you know, there are all the times that I've seen people reach out to me and ask me about what should happen, this, that, and the third. Everybody don't stand tall on who they are and what they say. But you talking about during the time, brother, is the world against you, losing money. You got to stand 10 toes down when you don't fought for something that's a dream. So hell yeah, I respect that 1,000%. Because instead of a Stephen A. Smith getting on there talking shit about the man who he talking about, he don't want to see him as a possible symbol and hero because of the people will look at him. You understand me? Because he stood up on his principles. You got to understand how weak that is, how much of a minstrel show that is for somebody to get on national TV and say that they hope this black man don't become a hero in the eyes of the people because he stood on principles. The boldness for a person to be able to even say that. This is what we face with as we doing business with the world. You got to deal with the ignorance of white America, of course. You go deal with the racism and the white supremacy, but then you got to deal with the ignorance of black America. The culture is so goddamn ignorant, we need a new culture. I ain't trying to protect this culture because we don't own it. What is there to protect? We don't own none of it. The goal now is having power and control over everything that we do under unified systems, right? And also having a spiritual unification as well, so we get to that higher level of evolution on what we can ascend and become. Because at the end of the day, you know, we live in flesh, but these low-level beings, we got to be able to ascend beyond what we are today and get to them higher heights. That's where that real power is. They know when you see somebody walking and knowing who they are, they tap into that consciousness. They're able to unlock, that eye inside. You move and you feel and you stream from the universe in a completely different manner. You can make mental transformation just through the will of thought, just through the power of, of number one, speaking it through articulation. Because I'm listening to KRS-One, he giving a great breakdown. He say, listen, he basically say, imagine this machine that create what did he say? It was dope. He gave a great analogy of something that hadn't been invented yet, right? And then he said, let's go tell the children what that machine name is. Let's call it, Cipher, right? This machine Cipher automatically takes the algorithm of all of your collected data that you put on the internet, and it starts creating books for you based on your knowledge and intellect that's yours. So you tell the children that, and let's say that they're in the engineering school, and you tell them, listen, the program is called Cipher, go create it. So you speak it into existence, and then once you speak it, it becomes fabricated by the minds that believe in it. He said GB, but I wanted to give a different example. Yeah, he talked about dismantling guns. So the power of that, though, is when I speak on high-level conversations, this is about what's being articulated, because I always talk about the fact that every level of consciousness comes with a new language. But language is talking about not just what we say, but what we do, because there's body language, right? So when I see people and I see the body language of the culture and I read the body language, is it a confident body language or where we moving on our own? Because I got finished listening to a podcast, Mike Tyson talking to Francis and Vino, you understand me? Shout out to the brother, strong, powerful, best puncher in the world, strongest man. But he trying to get him to get on some ownership and control over his brand name and image and start their own league. And they keep telling Mike, you don't understand. And Mike, like, I don't think y'all understand. Just get you a lawyer, then protect your intellectual property, whatever, however you need to move, and leverage who you are. He say, man, you a superstar. Why you playing like everybody giving Dana White they rights? They getting punched up, beat up, and getting a small percentage on who they are. You understand me? Like, we got to stop taking pennies. You understand me? When we work the whole dollar, like, why is we splitting the pie with masses on every corner and turn? We got to stop doing that. We got to be able to own and control our own. You understand me? And so it's like, I know that I can't continue to give a platform that I don't own, that I don't control, such long form content, such value that we present to it. But at the same time, we can't leave the algorithm undisrupted, because without the disruption of this higher level of intelligence, then all y'all get is that low level negligence. You understand me? The low level ignorance. So you need God body here. The culture need me. You got to make it to where you need it. The culture need me. I'm irreplaceable in that atmosphere once you appreciate the value that's being brought. Because it's 1,000 niggas, there's only one of me. It's only one Keys. But you can go outside and reproduce a nigga 20 times over easily. It's a factory of making niggas. But it ain't easy replicable to get men to stand on principles, integrity, power, and ownership, collaboration. You understand me? Last niggas I work with, they owe me money. That collaboration ain't go good. People suing them because it's niggas that just want to do nigga shit that ain't really worth it. Because at the end of the day, people just want to grab a couple of dollars and then move out their way. And I tell people, talking with my bro Nehemiah Davis, I say, listen, man, I ain't really tripping on how people want to live. What you want to do with your time, your standard of living, how you want to enjoy life. But what if you can do all of that you want to do, and at the same time, we can still have social impact and the culture benefit, the people benefit from it. We still produce and mass manufacture good in our culture and benefit and profit in our culture. And I don't know about y'all, and maybe I'm wrong about this. You understand me? Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I don't see too many different ways where we can do that unless we go all of a sudden get focused, create secret societies, get blood oaths to each other, and decide that we go goddamn pledge for the next goddamn 100 years to work in communication and give each other access to take over the world. That's a tough one right there. Maybe it's some brothers doing that I don't know about. But I know that on the front end, we can create communication, collaboration, contract right there on the blockchain, build a $1 billion industry, and decide where that money go with the whole culture. It's simple. But I don't see us getting to that mature state where we can just do it overnight. So I'm trying to fast track this shit. We're trying to fast track it and put it on a whole new playing field. Right now, the world is going through disruption change. When you see what happened through the supply chain issue, what happened during COVID-19, right? The world realized that depending on other nations is the most dangerous thing on the planet. America had to go get all of their masks from China. So they like, shit, if we got to depend on other nations, we going to lose. So everybody is trying to figure out how to create in-house infrastructure. Shout out to him. We got to figure out how to create in-house infrastructure. Russia say, and to further that, when they see what's going on with Russia, they say, man, these people putting on these economic sanctions. Oh, before I forget, him five, got to connect with my brother King out there in France. He got a black-owned club and everything, restaurant, got to connect you. But anyway, let me get back to it. They see what's going on with Russia. They like, wait a minute, man, it's dangerous to be relying on so many different countries. They can just cut us off at any point in time. You understand me? So when they go change infrastructure and how they move so that they don't have so much dependency on friendly nations. Y'all don't understand that the whole world is about to go through a massive change and shift really fast. These countries not just looking at Russia like that's an isolated incident happening with them. They saying, no, this is something that can happen to all of us. So why is, and how many times have we seen that happen in the culture? Farrakhan get cut off on the platform of Instagram. Muammar Gaddafi get killed in front of the world. You understand me? And we don't take those as examples. We see Nick Cannon's show get nicked off air. We not taking those as examples. But see, power states and nations said there ain't no way I'm going to continue to have my dependency on another nation. But we are a nation within a nation, 45 million plus strong, but we don't look at each other as one nation. So therefore, we don't put the interest of ourselves at heart. We think that we connected to everybody else, but everybody else is doing better. We can't have the same laws, rules, regulations, school systems, buildings, there's places that we go to, food, all of that. They all doing better. You got to understand, we're not a part of that circle. We the ones that everybody else is eating off of. They taking the taxes, collecting that, building their own empires up. We still sitting at the back. Ain't even trying to develop our culture anymore, create more families, increase the population. Niggas is ready to go pop one of them birth control male pills. Y'all ain't ready for the real game and knowledge and understanding. I mean, we trying to get some money. We trying to control something. We trying to own something. And like I said, everybody ain't got to be on this high power revolutionary. I'm trying to make it to where, shoot, I don't care what stage level of degree you want to take it. We can all still eat and the culture can still benefit. Just depend on the business model that we create for the culture. It's just simple. So I'm incentivized to help you make more money. So when we create our funds and we raising $50 million and then we get $50 million matched by these other corporations and funds and we get to decide where that money to go, you can put money in and then those businesses benefit in those communities. And then those communities, guess what? Taking profits, putting it back into the people, creating circular economics. That's the game that we headed towards right now. That's the conversation behind the scene. But the people got to be ready. Otherwise, it's all for naught. If y'all not ready for the run, it's all for nothing. What's the point of making the crypto if we don't have a plan for where it's spent? What's the point of teaching them about the blockchain, the metaverse, all of these? These are just tools that have the possibility of being used in a manner to where we can benefit at the highest level to close these weak ass gaps. But how we gonna do that? Keenan broke down a statistic, and it might not be 100% true, but he said basically the amount of money that they can afford to pay every white company can afford to pay every white person. What did he say? 80,000 or something like that? How much he said we can pay? 8,000 or something like that. It don't even matter if the number is 100% correct, but it's astronomically different. That if white companies decided that they actually wanted to do good for all of their people, they actually could. But we don't even have the power, even if we had the thought. But when we look at the GDP of Black America, and let's just say that that's based on spending power because we ain't producing nothing, 1.5 trillion, man, that's more than most nations. 1.5 trillion, well, shit, we can fund any and everything that we want to. Any and everything that we want to. Man, I'll be having a completely different message when I come on here. That's why I'll be having to stop doing this. Let's go live on YouTube. I got a really important call I got to take right after this, so I'm gonna get off this really soon. I was supposed to come on here and promote my books because I just got my books in and promote this goddamn course because I said, you know what? It's too many people that I meet people in the streets all the time, and they ask the most basic questions about crypto, NFTs, metaverse, blockchain. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell am I doing wrong that people are still asking these questions. So I say, I got to open up and I got to create a pack where people can learn no matter what level of income or where you at in life, right? So what we just did is we created the Tokenomics pack. I teach you exactly how I created. Look, my book is amazing. I'm about to have 500 of these out here in LA. I'm gonna sign an autograph and people gonna be able to pick them up in LA. I'll teach y'all how to do that soon. I have a post coming out on that, right? But I put 500 of the Tokenomics pack at 144. I say, man, let me take that $600 price down real quick because I think that there's a barrier of entry for a lot of people. And my point is to get you the knowledge. I want you to learn how to buy, sell, trade crypto. I want you to learn how to buy, sell, trade, and design NFTs. Because every time somebody create one of these NFT projects, it's just another word for business. Oh, Keys help me create an NFT product. I help you create a product. I help you create a business. I help you extend your business model. That's all we saying. That's all we saying. So when you see a person, I created an NFT, they created a product. When you see a person, oh, I did 10,000 off my NFT, 100,000, that's what they did off their business. So if you can learn it, then we in the game. Now you got money. So now when we start putting out more and more things, now you got paper to be able to buy and invest in. So we put out 500 packs with the plus you get the free workbook. I put out the Infinite Wealth Strategy workbook. Give you a breakdown on this. Plus the NFTs, the crypto, the metaverse, what is a DAO, the whole nine, plus the 3 to 4 week become an author strategy because I want to create 10,000 authors. People hit me up all the time. I finished my book. One brother gave him some game how he created his book. He did 10,000 first week. Every single living person should create a book. You should not leave your legacy unsaid. You can create the book in an ebook form. We can make the physical copies and we put it on the blockchain. You put it on the blockchain, it lives forever as long as there's power. So that was my gift today for y'all. $144. Get the Tokenomics pack, get access. You understand me? Stop making excuses on why you ain't getting started and stop leaving the questions. You understand me? Up in the air waiting for somebody to answer them for you. You got to go get it. When I want to know something, I run into it and I study it. Then I execute on it. So Crown members, they gonna be getting their crown soon. We gonna work all week to verify everybody who owns a crown for Crown Society. You understand me? We got the physical crowns already here. You know what I'm talking about? The crowns is here just in case y'all was wondering. It's the reason they ain't on the site because I'm saving it for the Crown Society. When I do put it on the site, they be selling out crazy. So that's why they all say sold out. It's not the fact that I don't have merch. It's that I'm saving it for Crown Society. So patience is key with all of this because we're making this thing work. You understand me? And it got real utility and real value behind it. And, anyway, we're going to get past that. So I just want those. You got children. You got a loved one, whoever it is. I want people to get this information because I know what happens once you get the knowledge. I know what happens once you get the knowledge. You understand me? I had to make the physical copies because a brother was telling me that, they had a phone in prison and they read the book, but they wanted the paper version so they can get them sent into prisons. So I said, okay, After a year, let me make the physical copies because some people say they only read in physical. But we make real products. It ain't just about these. Every product I'm connecting on the blockchain, we creating real products. You know what I'm saying? Like this the sea moss and the gold water and the silver, and then we got the hats on the site. It's about real products, of course. It's about real products. What we talking about? And then once you get in, I'm gonna do a mastermind live where if you got any questions, I'll answer the questions on live and give you a consultation. So by the time you're done, you should have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to get started and make you some money. Giving you a new skill set for assets. A new skill set for assets. That's it. You understand me? So anybody want to get it? If you all on YouTube, text. It's only 500 packs. I think we already sold half of them, 250, because I texted out. You understand me? And once they gone, I'm done. Text 323-577-6692. Text 144. If you in the comments on YouTube, put it down in there. I'll put the link up too. The link will be ready. Or go to the link in my bio. The link in my bio is up. But listen, I want to know, this is before I leave, I want to get out of here. I got to make that call. That call was extremely important. I want to know how y'all thought about high-level conversations. I didn't get a chance to talk to y'all since then. Shout out to Jeremy Suggs, Snapbacks and Stilettos, Eric Bradley. They just joined. How did y'all think about high-level conversations? You understand me? That first episode, the way it was shot, the way we did it, we did something different that nobody did before. We shot it in a completely different way. The conversation was very intentional. It was different. We want to change the game, so we're gonna make people step their game up. So you're gonna see a lot of people starting to take that style in which we did, because that's what we came to do. We came to influence the game. I got a lot of love and a lot of reviews from a lot of dope people around the world that hit me up. It was crazy. Thank you. The edits, how y'all like the edits? How y'all like the way we shot it? We shot it like it was a movie, you know what I'm talking about? And wait till y'all see what we got next, coming with the Man to Man podcast that I'm producing as well. So, we're going to make sure that it's entertaining. We're going to make sure that it's high level education. You feel me? It keeps going up. And if you in LA, you got to hit up my boy Steve. I'm going to put out his information. We're going to get the books to you. We're going to do a meetup for Crown Society members. So basically, I'm going to do this meetup where if you have a Tokenomics pack, if you have any one of the products, a book, Crown Society, any of them, you'll be able to come to this meetup. We're going to do a live autograph, you understand me, meet and greet in Los Angeles. And I'm also be headed to Miami this weekend as well. So I have some on me for people to be able to pull up as well. You said clean up the audio a little bit, input. You ready to hum? Beautiful edits. Appreciate it. All feedback is welcome. Yeah, well, right now I'm only signing the books that's in person. Because we're gonna have some books that's going to be on the website that's gonna be autographed because I already have them sent directly right to my family that's shipping them out. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all locking in. Text 144-323-577-6692. You understand me? Get your pack. As you can see, you hear the clicking noise. Once that 500 gone, we taking it off the site, going back up to 600. I appreciate y'all though. Listen, get this knowledge, man, because as you see the world changing, if you ain't got this game, it's gonna get dangerous for you. That's all I'm saying. I ain't busting y'all here. Y'all know I can easily sell me a $30,000 product. I know the game. I can create funnel systems. I can do hella shit. I be doing this for the people. You understand me? So once I give you something, I ain't charging you something crazy. I'm giving you way more than you can ever pay me, because I understand that the time, the level of execution that it's gonna take for me to go get an understanding, the average person probably never will. So I gotta give it to you in a way that's simplistic, give you a breakdown so that you can get it, because otherwise that knowledge won't be in your household and you just gonna be controlled by somebody else that control the field. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna cipher through the knowledge and learn it until I get it. I ain't giving up on nothing. That's just how my mind works. I don't like that. I'm competitive with like that. So I'm gonna get the game and then give it to the people. You understand me? Because I know for a fact you ain't even got the time like I got to be able to just sit down and learn. You feel me? I'm gonna sit there and soak up the knowledge and the information no matter how long it take. You feel me? I'm gonna travel around and get extra information from people that got game. I'm talking to multimillionaires that's giving me game that they ain't giving to the public. You feel me? So at the end of the day, you feel me? That's what it's about. And so I still want to launch. I'm gonna first launch these. I'm gonna start with 100 projects, and we'll go to 1,000 projects, or helping people launch 100 projects. You feel me? Then we're gonna help people launch 1,000. Then we'll go to 10,000. And for all of those that are Web3 developers, make sure you email us at Block World Orders. That's block, not black, block, like blockchain. World Orders at protonmail.com if you want to join a part of the team. You understand me? We build something amazing over here. We're gonna build something that's gonna be world changing. You feel me? For all of the people that be complaining about what they want us to see, all the people that love for us to do it. I got one last thing before I leave, and I want y'all to take this to heart. I seen the homie complaining on Instagram. Let me cut this light on for this. I seen the homie complaining on Instagram the other day, man. He was like, niggas don't support. I don't like this, that, and the third. And I had to think about that. I was like, I ain't never seen a successful campaign where somebody was complaining that they wouldn't get no support, and all of a sudden it increased the sales and they got to success. Because if I ever hear an artist saying that, man, nobody listening to my music, psychologically, you now don't want to listen to that artist because he just told you it's the reason why you shouldn't. Well, there's a lot of people who are deciding to ignore, and human beings like to go with the crowd. We don't like to be the first. We don't like to be the last. So guess what? If everybody else not listening to it, well, I don't want to listen to it either. But the artists that tell you, show you the testimonials, show you the results of everybody that's locking in, man, so-and-so said that was fly. Look at what they people that listen to it say. Man, I want to be involved. I may think that the only reason that a lot of people ain't listening is because, you know, some people got an early introduction. They got an early ear to it. But the moment you complain, man, so-and-so not supporting, these people ain't doing it. And I get the appeal you want to. You want people to feel sorry for you because you in your feelings and you feeling sorry for yourself. But that shit don't work. You will never get success by complaining. So instead of showing and telling the world in marketing that other people not buying it, which is only going to make less people buy it, appreciate those who are. Give me the testimonials. Give me the customer reviews. Tell me about the results. So we focus so much on the devil, we ignore God. We focus so much on what we don't like. We depreciate those who actually support us. If you got 10 people that's supporting you, right now, and let's use the local artist analogy. If you in a city, and let's say I'm in LA, and you got everybody in LA supporting your music, supporting your business, your product, and then the next time you go on Instagram, you complaining because people in San Francisco not supporting you. Man, the city like, man, this nigga complaining about, man, we just supported, bro. I don't know what they talking about. Eventually, the city gonna get tired of hearing your complaining. They gonna stop supporting you because you never take the time to give thank you to the people who are supporting you. When you could have made them feel good, you could have poured energy back into them. They gonna tell more people by word of mouth. You understand me? Increasing that gratefulness and growing what you got going. But I be seeing so many people, a man's to drop a new hit a song, only 100 people locked in. Instead of trying to figure out who those 100 people is, get feedback, satisfy them so they can tell more people. They can go tell an average of 8 to 10 people, increasing your growth. This man went and talked about how this other weak ass video got 100,000 and mine only got 100. Well, shoot, I want to go listen to that person that got the 100,000 because he might have something going on. Because attention is the power here. So when I was talking about everybody want to give Kim Kardashian attention like they need to Captain Save her, What is you saying? They convert attention into profit. That's the content strategy. Content is a transaction for attention. One definition. So why would I continue to give attention to people? When I seen Ted Cruz talking shit about that black woman book, man, I know that book is gonna sell because that's how attention works. Because there's a lot of mothers who are just thinking about, where's a book that I want to get for my child? Then all of a sudden, oh, there's a book. They said they don't like it. Well, let me get that book. You just helped me make a decision. You just helped me make a decision. So next time I think about buying something, I want to buy a book. Let me buy that book I heard about. Man, I forgot why I even heard about it, but that's what I'm going to buy. That's how the game works. Get the most attention, then focus on conversion. 5, 10, 15, 20%. I ain't got to get everybody. So everybody goddamn think they need to Captain Save Kanye West, billionaire, white woman, ex-wife, and Skeet. Y'all just making them people money. You're not protecting nobody. Same thing. We got to stop doing that. So that's why a lot of time y'all be telling me about negative shit that's going on in the world. It's enough people putting that out there. I'm not bringing that to my people's attention. That white boy, forget his name, Kyle Rittenhouse. There you go. He went out there and murdered them people during the protest. White people came and support that man in droves. And every time y'all post him up that y'all don't like him, they go support him more because they know that y'all don't like it. They pay money to make you mad. So we got to focus on putting our attention to things that we want to convert into positive energy to build out the world that we want to see. That's the spiritual power that we have. That's on a metaphysical level. That's on a God level. On a God level, we manufacture a reality. So if I give you what to think, I control what you create. I'm going to give you negative, you go create negative. Give you positive, you go create positive. A positive mind produces positive results. A negative mind produces negative results. Your mind can only produce what's inside. If you feed your body sugar, it can only take sugar. You understand me? And that's what's going to feed your body, and that's what's going to produce, you understand me, what you become. A diabetic. You're going to have a crash. You're going to have irritable moods. You understand me? You're going to start to have certain issues in your mood. Why? Because that's all you fed yourself. But if you fed yourself nutrients, vitamins, greens, well, what that can do for the body, that can energize me, that can stabilize me, that can help me be more focused, that can help me grow muscle. You understand me? That can help all parts of my body increase. That can help with the intelligence in my brain because that's what I fed myself. So we got to stop feeding ourselves white supremacy, negativity, racism, BS, gossip, bad entertainment, bad friends, jealousy. You understand me? I seen the, last but not least, man, y'all, I be trying to get out here. This is why I don't do the IG. I got to quit the IG lives, man. I get on here, I be going. I seen the what's it called? The hip hop in Africa, rich and famous. And all of them look like they use bleach cleaner on their face. And basically all they did was take the negative influence of culture from America and shift it over to Africa so that they can create more of that same nigga environment. And then those who are at the top influence the rest of the world. Those are the worst people to be influencers in Africa ever. That's what you want to showcase? That's what Netflix is going to give a platform for? Yeah. And it ain't Netflix fault. Whose fault is it? It's the people. I see the women in the comments loving the show because they just as ignorant as the characters. Just as ignorant as the characters. So it's like, I mean, I see so much death and destruction around us. I also see so much opportunity. I see Bitcoin at 43,000. It was just down. How many people bought the dip and made some money? My bro, Jared Ross, one of the teams we teach in the Infinite Wealth Strategies, we give people signals on where to flip NFTs. People making 1,000 here, 500 here, 600 here. That still is not enough to get people attention to be like, you know what? I'd rather focus over here, something that's going to make me some money. You still ain't focused over there. You still would rather go be on some bullshit and then complain about not having enough money and then doing things because of it that rot your integrity. That's amazingly crazy to me. That right there is amazingly crazy to me. I don't know about y'all, but I think that is amazingly crazy. Like, it's literally money. There's a way you can go, you can take your crypto and you can borrow against your crypto and you can flip that multiple times by leveraging, right? And once you learn that process of doing collateral loans, leveraging your crypto, making money off of it, man, you start eating. Then you start understanding different banking operations on how you can take advantage of it. But we only, there's so many ways people making money right now. It's too many to tell y'all sometimes. I'll be learning about new ways to make money every single day. And people just they'll walk right past it. It's like, imagine this. There's this shop. Right in front of this shop is people inside making money 1,000 ways. If you walk in this shop, it's guaranteed you're gonna make some money. But right next to it is this bench to where you sit down and all you do on this bench is complain. So people will walk past the shop that teaches you how to make money, set up your life and get it right so that they can go sit on the bench and complain. Then they go live on that bench and talk about how bad the world is. Right next to the shop that teaches you how to make money and fix your problems. That's the reality we live in. You scroll right past this shop, go to the complaint, start giving it your attention so it can validate your own laziness. They'd be like, did this man just walk past the shop of solutions so he can sit on the bench of problems? We can't wait to be victims, but we could be victors. That's what I see when I hear a person complaining. That's all I hear and see. So I love when somebody walk up to me and be like, Keys, man, look, I got in, I did this with it. I executed, I got money, I start setting up a business. A young lady walked up to me yesterday. I'm at the Culver City steps. She said, first she was like, Keys, love what you're doing. Blase, blase. She had to double back. She said, look, I got to tell you this. My brother's name is Keyshawn. You know, he was locked up in jail trying to get his head right. He ended up getting out, didn't know where he was going to go. I put him on to your content. And she said, once he grasped it, he started to change his rhythm and his pattern of thinking. He said, once he did that, the man started setting up his business. You understand me? He got his LLC right. He started getting his focus and his discipline. He started standing and moving a certain way in the world. You understand me? And now he is a successful businessman. And she said, when I talk to him, sometimes we have a little debate. She said, I can hear some of your wisdom that he utilizes in his speech, his dictation, in the way that he moves and carries himself. And I'm telling you, it's the best compliment, it's the best anything she could have gave me. That was so beautiful. I'm talking about beautiful. I appreciate that. People all around the world that just tap in and lock in. The what I hear the most is the execution is what I appreciate. It's cool you tap in. It's the execution that I love. Those are my tribe. It's a tribe of execution in Africa that I come from. I don't know what part of Africa I'm 100% from, but whatever tribe is executing the most, that got to be my tribe. They only make one of me every generation. I'm going to tell you that much. You got to go find your own space because they only make one of me. But I know I come from a long lineage of ones. Yeah, you could be one too, but not like this one. But at the end of the day, I ain't trying to get you to be like me. I'm trying to get you to be like yourself. And a lot of people ain't even tapped into who they really are. So if I can give you the game how to tap into who you really are, capitalize off your own gifts, talent, skill, spirit, power, soul, energy, you understand me? Mind, third eye, chakra, kundalini system, whatever you want to go to, you feel me? Then that's when you got power. So man, they be like, why Keys walking around like he owned the planet? Because I do. Man can't tell me different because they created a system to where they contracted this land and said that this person owned it because it connected because some white man created paperwork and said all of this planet Earth is his. Well, I'm still on it. I'm alive on this planet Earth. I was born here, so therefore I got birthright to it. got natural rights to the land. Now we just trying to figure out how we can put it in our control. That's all. You understand me? They just got an army to back up their bullshit. So the only thing that we missing is what? Resources. They put resources behind their bullshit. They tell you they own something because they got paperwork to it, which means absolutely nothing. We live in an astonishing world. So people can't tell me I don't understand NFTs. Why? You live in a world of make-believe. Everything in this world is make-believe. How you don't believe in something else? Oh, it's digital. I don't get it. Well, the property rights you got is fake. You take a death pledge when you get a mortgage. It's not real. But the most valuable things on the planet Earth are not tangible. Knowledge is not a tangible thing. I mean, you can hold a book, but you can interpret the words on the paper that becomes knowledge in your mind through electrical activity and signaling starting to happen in your brain. But the knowledge itself is intangible. The most powerful things on the planet are intangible. Spirit is an intangible. It's all around us. It's all within us. But you can't hold it. You can't see air, but you feel it. You breathe. It gives you life. It's intangible. The thoughts that's in your head, I can't see them until they brought them to reality. But the most powerful things on the planet Earth are the thoughts. The precepts that become the concepts that become the reality, that becomes the institution that controls and rules the world for hundreds and thousands of years. We living on the system because some white man woke up one day and decided it was a brilliant idea. And then other families decided that was innovative. I ain't got to think. I'm going to follow his mode and methods of power and control. And we living off that. So when we call ourselves landlords, at the end of the day, it ain't really a proud title. That's basically saying that you're not an owner. I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. We building wealth off that. We go get our money, go get our real estate. But I want y'all to understand that that's not a system we created. In Africa, you go to places, you buy the land, you own the land. You're not a landlord. You own it. There's no taxes. You own it. That's the true system. If I'm going to pay for something, it should be mine completely. Not that I have access to it, but I still pay you. So what part of that is ownership? That's owner-ish. That's owner-ish. That's ruler-ish. Control-ish. But that ain't no real power. So it's like, maybe it don't happen in my lifetime. Maybe it happened outside of my lifetime where it's going to be a time where these systems that exist now, because we were born in them, we just agree to them. Because we were born into them, we just agree to them. But that don't mean that that's what's going to always be. We can look around the whole world. When you travel, and I've traveled to study. I do what they call participant observation, where I want to stay there a little while so I can study the culture, the people, how they live. I want to feel what it's like to live there, not visit there. And I gain solutions everywhere I go. And I think about, like, we should never build a society just based on the rules and the customs and order, because that we are used to, because that's just the people at the power at the top. They create those, assimilate and teach us those because it keeps them in power. That's what that's for. The people who have the most to benefit from a world changing is those who are at the bottom. When I look in America, got blacks, browns, Asians, whites. We at the bottom, and if we topple the system, then we at the top. Or if it falls in the rubble, we all got an equal chance to build up a better world where we have equity and better position, and we can build it in our likeness with our rules and institution and order. So there's no way that I can enjoy the world staying in the way that it is when I know that if we ended up in a new world, because a new world order not a bad thing. Just depend on who get to control that and whose image and whose type of world is going to be built after. Because there's no such thing as a new world order if white men still run the world. It's only going to be a new world order is if what? Come on, y'all finish that sentence funny. So when I hear new world order, I get happy. But if it's a new world order and the same people still run it, that's the same old world. Don't let them sell that to you. It's the same bullshit. It's only a new world if we control this shit now. Listen, man, I got 30 seconds left on there. Make sure y'all text that number, get that pack. Look like we got like 200 left. Yep, y'all's going crazy. We got 200 left. You understand me? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Tune in to the next high-level conversation. Make sure y'all subscribe. I just put out my controversial speech that I had in London and at the club. It's on my YouTube channel. Y'all got to check my YouTube channel because that's where I'll be putting out a lot of stuff, a lot of game. You understand me? I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll be sending out the link and everything soon for the books and how to catch me and get them autographed. You understand me? If you got some business or some bookings for me, you got to go to booking19keys@gmail.com. I'm not a slave, so I don't work for free. So you understand me? Make sure you got a budget when you tap in. Appreciate y'all. Peace. Listen, family, I love y'all. Thank you for staying around and listening. Man, look, they don't like when I talk like this. That's why I talk like this. Somebody got to. If you don't do nothing from these lives, just take the inspiration, the education, and the knowledge and go execute in your world. I don't force nobody to take nothing or anything. I'm going to put the number down there. You feel me? Because somebody just asked for it. But that's all that's about, though. That's all that's about. You understand me? Like, there's no compulsion here. I just want people to learn and grow and function at a higher level. You feel me? And if I can give you some knowledge that I feel like once you get it, it's going to click to you. It's going to start making a lot of sense. You're going to start making some money. And I can't wait to hear that testimonial. That's my selfishness in this whole thing. I want to run into you and you be like, Keys, I took that game and ran with it. So since I just dropped the link over there, boom, I'm going to go ahead and pin it. I pinned the message. So for all those that want to lock in, I'll put it in the description as well. Make sure y'all like this. Share it out with somebody, man. Just send it to a friend. Don't even tell them what it is. Send it to a friend and be like, listen, just listen for a second. I know what you got going. You ain't got to, basically it's this reason. It's like, you know that people got a lot of stuff going on in their life. A lot of bullshit going on in their life. So sometimes you got to disrupt the BS. That's why I like to text y'all something positive throughout the day, some knowledge throughout the day, because otherwise it may not get in their life. Those keys just may not ever enter, so they may not ever be able to unlock that aspect of themselves. That's dangerous. So got to interrupt. My mom send me stuff all the time. Sometimes I don't want to see it. Sometimes I do. But you got to have a key in your life. The book is sold separately, so you can text book to 323-5. I only got 500 copies. That's on site, online, and only 500 copies on me right now. So text book to 323-577-6692. I really got to take this call. I just forgot about an important call as well. So boom, or text Tokenomics. You said it came up as, what did it show up as? You say it's 499 up there. No, it should be 144 now. But listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping in and tuning in, man. The ebook 19, ebook is 16. The physical copy is 19. With the Tokenomics pack, you actually get a free ebook, Infinite Wealth Strategy Pack, where I give a lot of breakdown in there. It's like a workbook, basically. All right, appreciate y'all, man. Peace and love.